You are watching an online edition of A Sports. This is the breakdown seen exclusively at atv.ca and A Sports Extra. I'm Norman James, and this man needs little introduction. The one and only Andy Fantuz in town for his big football camp. Andy, welcome back to town. Tell us about the camp that's coming up this weekend.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. I'm excited to be back in London. I always enjoy coming back to the old stomping grounds. And this weekend, we're really excited about the camp we're running at TD Waterhouse Stadium. It's called First Round Football, and it's for ages 13 and up. And we have a great weekend planned for the young players, and it's a great chance to come out and learn a few tips and have some fun, and meet some people and get better as a football player, and just have a great weekend.
Reading some publicity about your camp, a fantastic camp. It has been to town before. It's been described as a U.S. style camp. Does that make any sense to you?
Yeah, we're trying to bring a pro type feel to a pro and U.S. type feel to Canada. When I was in high school, I used to go to the States for camps like this. I went to Notre Dame and LSU and a few others, and I'm trying to bring that type of atmosphere and camp type to Canada so that the young players have a chance to come out and get tested in the football test, but then have an experience of what it is like to go through a training camp at the next level. I try to run the camp very structured, like a CFL training camp, where you're going to watch lots of film of yourself and get critiqued by professionals at all positions, and then go back out on the field and work on what you got critiqued with.
How do you think that makes a young football player better? Does it give them a sense of the big time? Does it give them a sense of the structure they may not be getting up to this point? How do you think that a young footballer can go to your camp and propel himself to where he wants to go after that?
Well, I mean, the coaching's been getting better and better through the years in Southwestern Ontario. There's no doubt about it. But it's just something about when you go to a camp and you're working with a professional that isn't really that much older than you. They were in your shoes a few years ago. You can relate to that person, and you can joke around on a different way than you can on a normal level. So you're going to learn a few tips and tricks that people that are coaching at our camp have from their stories. They come from all different types of careers. So you come to the camp and you learn a couple tricks that you can take into your game, and it really will propel you to help you get to that next level.
It's interesting, a few years ago when you started the camp, it was Andy Fantuz, the ex-Western Mustang, and then it was the Andy Fantuz camp run by a Grey Cup champion, outstanding Canadian, and now it is the Andy Fantuz camp run by a future Chicago Bear. Unfortunately, the NFL guys have locked themselves out, and they're still trying to figure out contractual situations going forward. How does that make you feel, knowing that you're on the cusp of your NFL chance, but you're having to wait and you really don't know what's going to be happening here in the near future?
Yeah, it's a weird situation this offseason for sure. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity to get a chance to try out with the Bears, and normally I'd be down there already. So it really is unique. But for me personally, in the CFL, you wouldn't have started until June anyway. So my off season isn't really different that much. Whereas people who were in the NFL the year before would have already been training right now. But the situation is what it is, and I'm confident that the people who are in charge of making a deal are going to make a deal. They might wait till the last minute until the pressure's on, but I'm hoping they'll get something done, and hopefully we don't miss any games. In the meantime, I can't control any of that, so I try not to get too involved in the day-to-day activity and let my emotions go up and down like crazy. I just focus on what I can focus on and control what I can control, and that's just working out and getting in the best shape of my life and best shape I can, so that when I do get the call, I'm ready to go and show them what I have.
They'll call you, tell you that camp is at this location at this time. You're on a plane and you're there. Right now, though, you just have to train the way Andy Fantuz trains. You don't have any kind of a playbook or any sort of a system, in a chronicled or in any kind of manual, Chicago Bears style. You're just going to have to go for it when the time comes.
Well, Chicago gave me an off-season program before the lockout started, but I haven't gotten the playbook or haven't gotten any further details now. So I'm following some of that, but I'm doing a lot of work on my own, and I know what I need to work on personally, more than maybe they may their off-season manual is pretty generic for all players, but I know specifically areas I need to work on. So I'm really focusing on those areas, and it's been going great. I've had the most productive off-season of my life, and I really feel good, and I can't wait for that chance.
Amazing. This is the best time in your young football career, one that continues to grow, but you're in a holding pattern. Your opportunity to be an NFLer is sort of, it's hurry up and wait. So I can understand there's a frustration there, but I guess the good thing from your perspective, you were mentioning to me, and I did a little research on this, the Chicago Bears haven't been seeking any other receivers, and that must lead you to believe that you're going to be their guy.
Yeah, I was fortunate. I talked to the GM twice when I was there trying out, and he seemed, Jerry Angelo, he seemed like a really straight shooter, and he told me, nothing's granted. You're going to have to work at everything you do. You're going to have to play special teams, work your butt off in every single drill in the meeting room, everything. But he said, if you sign with us, we're signing you because we want you, and you're going to get a real chance to earn that spot. And our offense needs a player like you, and we feel like you can be that player. You're going to have to compete with a couple other guys, but you're going to have a legit chance. And I believed him, and that's essentially what made me sign with Chicago. And the fact they didn't pick up a receiver in the draft, and they've only signed one other receiver since the season. So it's I'm sure more will come once the free agency ban lifts and the lockout ends. I'm sure they'll get a few more, but for the time being, I feel like I made the right decision, and I'm going to have a good chance when I get there.
Certainly time to go for it. The question is, when is it going to be time to play ball? It's up to the league and the Players Union to settle that. Before we go, again, plug the football school. How can people get involved? And I know there are still some spots available leading up to the weekend.
Yeah, so the camp is this weekend at TD Waterhouse Stadium. It's Friday night from 6 to 9, and then all day Saturday. And you can find out how to register at www.firstroundfootball.com. And if you have any questions, you can fire us an email or give us a call through the website. So that's firstroundfootball.com. And we'd love to see everyone out. It's going to be a great time. We've got a lineup of outstanding coaches, and I can't wait to just have some fun with the kids. We had a blast last year, and we just hope to keep growing it.
London's a fantastic football town, and it has produced one of the best in Andy Fantuz. Good luck with the Chicago Bears. Good luck this weekend. Thanks for stopping by.
Hey, thanks a lot for having me. I'm glad to be here.